Hey guys, and welcome back. And welcome to another edition of the 6th video project that I'm currently working on, where I rate cars from previous Gran Turismo games on a scale of how likely they are to come back. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about cars from Gran Turismo 3. But for all the people wondering, no, I did not feature any cars from Gran Turismo Concept. That's for another day. And if you're wondering why I'm not talking about cars such as the Prelude or others that you would expect to see in a video like this, that's because this list only features cars that were newcomers as of GT3. And with that clarified, let's get into the list. Starting off with the Acura Integra. And honestly, I don't see this Acura being the priority. And the CL falls into the same category, as I just don't see either of them coming back when Acura itself comes back into the series. And even though the 1991 NSX is the most likely Acura here, I'm pretty sure fans would not like to get another NSX, even if it is the Acura variant. Unfortunately, the fact that this car was never a premium drastically decreases its chances of coming back. But it is definitely far from the least likely. Speaking of which, I don't see them bringing back the Camaro LM anytime soon. Because since GT7 came out, most of the priority was switched to adding real race cars rather than fictional ones from previous games. As for the road Camaro, it definitely is more likely, but I wouldn't say its odds of coming back are higher than the Z28. Even though real-life race cars are more likely to come back nowadays, I wouldn't say the C5R is the most likely thing among the ones we can get. Even though this would be a pretty funny addition, looking at it from a realistic standpoint, I don't see this being a priority. And the same can be said for the Xara rally car. What can I say? Additions for Citroën in previous games were doomed to be forgotten. This would be a great addition to the key car territory. However, I don't see it being more likely than the Autozam or the AutoWorks. And out of all the Storia variants that appeared in Gran Turismo, I would say this one is the least unlikely. I know this is the more likely version of the Viper race car, but even then, the car doesn't have much of a chance of arriving. The odds have always hated concept cars in general. Even though it may be a standard car in the future games, the fact that it appears in the data mines drastically increases its chances of coming back. Even though this might be a sad reality check to most people, I can guarantee you that SVT Cobra R would only come back if a miracle happened. But at least it's not an instant F tier like the Vertigo is. Or at least that's the case for the GT3 variant. Although the Goober is a Japanese car, I would say it's on the middle ground in terms of likeliness. As for this one, I would say E tier, cause we do not need any more DC2 Integras in the game. I know I may upset Solstice City by saying this, but even though the S2000 LM came back in future games, I don't see that increasing its chances. And sadly, the same is true for the XJ220 LM. I do not see the Nomad Diablo coming back, given it is literally impossible for Polyphony to bring it back. What is that, like 5 unlikely cars in a row? But yeah, although the Lister Storm race car may be iconic to some, I can't help but feel like it falls into the latter category. Being honest, I would say the odds of this car coming back are low, but never zero. I wouldn't say it's the most likely race car to come back, but it definitely is one of the more likely DTM cars to come back. That, or we could get the road version of it, which itself I would say is more likely than the DTM one. And now we also reach the tuning car category. And being honest, I could see the Mainz Lancer be the next one to come back, but no guarantee of course. It honestly kinda feels weird seeing this be one of the only Lancers that haven't come back yet. But yeah, if we get another Lancer in an update or in Gran Turismo 8, I could definitely see this being the most likely one. Unfortunately, I don't see this S2000 coming back, Given that Mugen as a tuning company hasn't been getting much priority since Gran Turismo 3. It may not be as likely as the 270R, but it definitely is not as unlikely as the GTR LM race car. And I guess you can say the same about the Nismo R32 Skyline. Gran Turismo in general has never really seen the lower end race cars as a priority, which is why I don't think the C-West Razzo Silvia is gonna come back even though it's not an F tier. I know I already said it in the GT2 video, but I'll say it again now. I don't see Opel being a priority in terms of returning cars. And the same is true about Pagani. Given we did not get a single one since the GT Sport days, new or old. As for the Zonda LM, let's just say the car is now a remnant of the past. And as much as people hate the truth, so is the Panos Esperante. This really is an oddball of the list. And like I said a couple times by now, we're talking about possibilities and not miracles. Even if Roof gets a returning car, I don't see that returning car in question being the 3400S. And neither will it be the RGT, as we already have the 2016 version of it. Unfortunately, even though Spoon is already back as a tire company for some reason, I do not see Polyphony gaining back the license to add the S2000 race car. While the Impreza Super Touring car pretty much falls into the exact same category as the Camaro LM. Now, unlike most of the cars from GT3, I could actually see them bringing back the legacy B4 Blitzen. Hell, I would say its chances of coming back are on par with the B4 RSK. I know this may be unfortunate to hear, but I do not see any Australian cars coming back. I also do not see the ZZ2 coming back because 1, Tommy Kyra itself has not returned yet, and 2, it's a concept car, just like the Viper GTSR. I do not see the Altezza touring car coming back because the Altezza itself hasn't even come back into the series yet. But honestly, even then the car would not be very likely. And the Super Autobox MRS also falls into the latter category of low-end race cars. This is basically the same as the Vitz Yaris F from the GT2 video. It's not likely, but even if it was, it would just get a ton of backlash if it was brought back. Just like Mugen from GT3 onwards, TRD is low priority, not even getting a single new car in GT5 and 6. And even though this is the Cerbera Speed 12 we're talking about, I don't see it being much more likely than the Speed 12 from GT2. And regarding Volkswagen, out of all 3 versions of the Beetle that appear here, I'm pretty sure the Beetle RSI is the most likely one to come back, given how much Polyphony has been prioritizing sporty variants of cars. And unfortunately for all the Lupo Cup car fans, I do not see it coming back anytime soon. And overall, that is the list. A decent selection of 55 GT3 newcomers that haven't come back into the latest installment. If you agree or disagree with the points I made in the video, let me know in the comments section. And if you don't mind me, I'm now gonna go work on the next video of the project. But until then, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.